Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Christmas Day matchup. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Giants, and it comes your way next.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Giants. Again, everyone, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So now the Colts backed up to start their initial drive. And they'll be led out by an 11th-year passer in the league now. Still best remembered for his heroics in Super Bowl 52, of course, Nick Foles.
When you look at Nick Foles' career in total, you wonder to yourself at times, why has he not been a consistent starter in the league? Because when he's on, he can take a team to the Super Bowl and win it, as he did with Philadelphia.
Now last year's leading rusher in the NFL, this is Jonathan Taylor. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Foles. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Foles. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Foles. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw here. That one finds Pierce right side. And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Taylor will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory?
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, that's a solid opening drive, and nothing fancy there at the end, just pounded in.
That felt like old school football, didn't it? All right, down at the goal line, and not only were they able to punch it in, as you just emphasized, they did it against a goal line defense that's stacked to stop the run. So if you're on that offensive side of the ball, you feel great about yourself right now. You're actually able to dominate a group that expected you to run the ball and still punched it in.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019, Daniel Jones under center.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Throwing Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Here we go! Make plays, y'all. Make plays. Let's work one time, baby.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Jones. Buying time to us, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
A throw over the middle taken in. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Let's go, man.
So on 4th down, Matt Hawk on to punt for Indy. Waiting on it will be Richie James. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown. Darius Slayton, 33 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Colts coming out now. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They'll give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. These two teams all tied after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Alec Pierce, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 2nd and 10, Foles, Campbell making the catch. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll look to throw again.
They're going right back to Pittman. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First and 10, Taylor now. Brought down at the 20.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
And the Colts are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mo Alley Cox, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts have taken the lead.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth. Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here's Jones on first down. Throwing deep for Galladay. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
To throw again on second down. Jones. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now Jones on 3rd down. And he'll just get rid of it.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal.
From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And who's got it? The Giants!
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. That is caught at the 7.
And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Jones. This is caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected, but sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to, so sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They hand off to their big tight end, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants.
Chris Myrick
taking it in from a yard out as his guys have now moved out in front.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Gano for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
Oh, good move. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
77 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense that's just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Foles.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Foles. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. That ball caught by Slayton. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Off play action, Jones. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
That's going to frustrate the coaching staff a little bit as they dialed up the deep shot, but they weren't on the same page on that play. Heck, I don't think they were in the same book. I think he thought he was going to do something else, ends up throwing it over the sidelines, well incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. And his pass incomplete.
Daniel Bellinger, the intended target that time.
And it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Rodgers on the return. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 2nd and 9, Foles.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor, and he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Foles.
That's complete to Pierce. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Four yards remain for 2nd down.
He'll drop to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw again. Catch made here by Campbell.
Down inside the 10.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Back to throw. Escaping the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll drop to throw.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And this one is right through, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And they were able to have some success throwing the football against the secondary. Look for that to continue as they try to break this deadlock.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now Jones.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. And the tackle there by Micah McFadden.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From just shy of midfield, Foles. This one finds Pierce on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Looking for Jelani Woods that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Credit the Giants' defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and we will remain tied here in this third quarter.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Throwing, Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get him.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach,
the ball is free. Taylor lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Second and short now following the fumble. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
That's right. Let's go, y'all.
On the handoff, Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Coming up on 2nd and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. He juked him. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 123 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He could see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And the final readout, by the way, on the next-gen stats, I mean, goodness, he hit a top speed of 22.2 miles per hour. It's a jet sweep. This is Pittman. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jelani Woods. A 5-yard touchdown run as they have taken the lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself. It usually opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Forced out to his left. And this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Jones to throw on 3rd down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Let's go do this thing, baby.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. "35 yards that time on the punt. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Second and 2. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll find Pittman. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Foles. And his throw is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Foles. In trouble, and he's taken down. Azeez Ojulari picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to show that sack carried out in just 2.5 seconds from beginning to end. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Jones now on 3rd and 2. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football, and they still find ways to knock it free.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
I love the poise in the pocket right here. Protection, absolutely sensational. And he's able to use that protection to scan the field, make sure his receiver came open, and then deliver a perfect pass. That was beautiful.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Down inside the 40. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
from the 39. Foles, he'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. Now Foles. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Rolling to his left. Pass to Bellinger on the crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a give to Taylor. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
145 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Again, it's Taylor.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The give to Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
Touchdown, Colts!
Michael Pittman from 13 yards out. And the Colts have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Jones. This one is Slayton over the middle. That one a first down pickup of 8. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here. All right. Let's go. Let's go right here.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again, Jones. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. His throw incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jones. And that is incomplete here.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Jones. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Indy set to go on offense once more. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Here's Taylor. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run once more with Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run with Taylor. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. And it's hard to hold a kick from this distance against him, but that is now 3 misses for him in the game so far.
3! And you wonder where his head's at right now. Kickers are a funny breed, but I have a feeling he'd love to see a 29-yarder next time to get him back in the groove.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.